God is preparing you for something you cannot see. Yet maybe you are watching your life right now and asking yourself, God, why is this happening to me? You prayed for a door to open, but it closed. You prayed for someone to stay, but they walked away. You prayed for your situation to change, but somehow nothing seems different. And after waiting for so long, you may have started thinking, maybe God doesn't hear me. But listen carefully. God has not forgotten you. Sometimes what feels like rejection is actually God's protection. Sometimes the door you desperately want God to open is the very door He is trying to keep closed, because He knows what is waiting on the other side. You only see today. God sees your entire journey. You see the disappointment. He sees the purpose behind it. You see the delay. He sees the preparation. You see the closed door. He sees the door that is coming next. There are seasons in life when God becomes silent, and those seasons can feel painful. You pray, you wait, you hope, and still there is no answer. But silence does not mean absence. God can be working in your life even when you cannot see a single thing changing. Think about a seed. When you plant a seed in the ground, nothing seems to happen at first. You can't see the roots. You can't see the growth. You can't see what is happening beneath the surface. But underneath the ground, something is happening. And sometimes your life is exactly like that. You may feel buried right now, but perhaps you are not buried. Perhaps you are being planted. God may be building your patience, strengthening your faith, removing the wrong people, changing your mindset, preparing your character, and creating opportunities that you are not ready to recognize yet. So don't let today's circumstances convince you that tomorrow will look the same. Your current situation is not your final destination. The tears you are crying today will not last forever. The loneliness you feel today will not define your entire life. The struggle you are facing today may become the story you one day tell someone else. I almost gave up, but God made a way. So if you are tired, rest. If you are hurt, pray. If you don't understand, trust. But don't give up. You don't need to know every step. You only need enough faith to take the next one. Stop worrying about how everything will happen. Stop trying to control every detail. Give God what you cannot control. Give Him your fear. Give Him your future. Give Him your unanswered questions. And say, God, I don't understand your plan, but I trust you. Because sometimes faith is not believing that everything will happen exactly the way you want. Faith is believing that whatever happens, God will not leave you. And remember this, the person who walked away may not have been your loss. The opportunity that disappeared may not have been your failure. The season that ended may not have been your punishment. It may have been God making room for growth, making room for peace, making room for better opportunities, making room for the person you are becoming. So keep going, even if you're moving slowly, even if nobody understands you, even if your progress feels invisible. Keep going, because God is not finished with your story. One day, you may look back at this difficult season and realize the thing you thought was breaking you was actually preparing you. The delay was preparing you. The rejection was redirecting you. The silence was strengthening you. And the closed door was leading you toward the right one. So today, don't ask only, God, when will my situation change? Also ask, God, what are you trying to build inside me during this season? Because sometimes God changes the person before He changes the situation. And when the right moment comes, you will understand why you had to wait. You will understand why certain people had to leave. You will understand why certain opportunities didn't work out. And you may finally say, God, now I understand why you didn't give me what I asked for. So breathe, have patience, keep praying, keep believing, and keep walking, because something can be happening in your life. Even when nothing appears to be happening, God is working behind the scenes. You may not see it, you may not feel it, you may not understand it, but that doesn't mean He isn't working. Your story isn't finished. Your breakthrough may be closer than you think. And the chapter that feels impossible today may become the chapter where you see God's hand most clearly. So don't give up. Trust His timing, trust His plan, and most importantly, trust God. Because what He is preparing for you may be far greater than what you were asking Him for. And when that day comes, you will realize that the waiting was not wasted. God was preparing you all along. Amen.